We've got Kelly Ingram here today, and Kelly, you run the Feng Shui Girl site, website, company. You're on Instagram as the Feng Shui Girl, not Feng Shui, it's Feng Shui. And it's something that I am genuinely really interested in. I've been following you for a while now. And thank you for joining us today to have a little bit of a chat and insight, because I'm often asked various questions about this topic. And I think from our chats, there's a lot of rumours and some are facts, some are not. There's a lot of talk around it, but
yes.
Hopefully you can shed some light on it. So I think just for this particular segment, what is it? What is Feng Shui?
Look, Feng Shui literally means wind and water. And the first book about Feng Shui was written 250 AD. So it's been around for a little while now, Feng Shui.
Okay.
And the book was called The Book of Burial. So Feng Shui started off with where you get buried, not so much your house. So the Chinese believe that depending on where you're buried, your next life is auspicious or not so auspicious. So if you get buried with everyone else in the bottom grave, not so great. But if you're buried up in the top of a mountain, you'll have a grave next time. So that's how Feng Shui came about. So in an ideal world, you'd like your house to have a mountain behind you and some water at the front. So it means Feng Shui is wind and water.
And do they take into consideration cremation, or do they only focus on the burial?
Good question. I actually don't know the answer to that.
Well, that's something for us to go and research.
The Book of Burial, I don't know, it doesn't go into it, but it was more about, for me, the Feng Shui book was the location as to the location.
Part. So
yeah.
It could be either. Oh, great. And what are people's misconception about what it is when they initially come to seek your advice?
Look, there's a lot of superstition around Feng Shui, and you know, a lot of people, I've been to a number of people's houses after they get me in, and their home looks like a Chinese restaurant. And it shouldn't. You know, they're trying to get all their trinkets and they're kissing frogs and their Hello Kitties. Or, you know, the money hanging off the red rope and all of these sort of things. And that's more of a superstitious, there's none of that mentioned in any of the classical Feng Shui texts. So that's kind of about, I suppose, for a bit of a money spinning scenario. Feng Shui, we look purely at the landscape of the home and where the rooms are situated in the house. That's the form of the home is probably the most important part of the house.
Well, thank you for that brief introduction. I want to keep talking more in our next post.
There's no Chinese restaurant. It doesn't look anything like it. We have none of that here at home. So.
Well, I would like to delve a little bit deeper into what we can do and what we can look for and all of those questions that are posed to you in our next catch up. So thank you for catching up.
Thank you. Thanks so much.